Welcome back. I'm Patrisha Rimfire, and we are here at the Battle of Malta 2023. We would like to give you also a bit of scoop what's happening behind the scenes of this amazing tournament happening right now in Malta. I'm joined by Lyle Bateman,
Hello, thank you. Good to see you.
all the way from Canada. Lyle is a poker blogger and reporter, as well was previously editor of Poker News Canada, but for now he's working with Poker Listings and Poker Fuse.
Thank you very much. Yeah, indeed. I've been writing for close to 10 years now in the poker space. I've been doing it full time now for the last 5 years or so. Most of my reporting experience is around southern Alberta and Canada, but I do writing about stuff all over the world. So it's my first time in Malta, so it's been a lot of fun so far.
So what is your impression of Battle of Malta? You probably heard it for this poker tournament way before, and now you're finally experiencing it.
Yeah, I've been dying to actually get out here for a while. I keep hearing about it, and it seems like it's always seemed like a great tournament. Having experienced a couple of days now of it, it's one of the best run tournaments that I've been around. The room is amazing, and the staff has been bang on as far as I can see. I haven't really seen any serious issues at all. So
That's great to hear. As you have obviously a lot of history working in a poker field, what do you think that changed over the years?
there's a few things that have changed. Obviously, there's new formats. I mean, we get the mystery bounty formats. The PLOs come up really big over the years. Like 10 years ago when I started, it was kind of a sideline thing that a few people played, but not many. And now, it's one of the biggest games. It's one of the biggest games around. I think as well, the one of the biggest things is the rise of rebuys. Back in the day, tournaments were freeze outs, single, double rebuy maybe, but for the most part, you were talking about one and done, or a couple of shots and done. Now what you see is a lot of players just firing and firing and firing. It does change the dynamic a little bit, but I think as long as players understand that that's the dynamic, and then you adjust your bankroll based on what you can afford to fire on those, understanding that you're going to be at a table with players that can happily fire those bankrolls as many times as they want without even thinking about it. So it changes the dynamic, but I think as long as players understand that, it doesn't make it any worse for the field.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Wanted to ask as well, who is the most memorable Canadian poker player that sticks in your mind?
That's a tough question. There's a few of them. I'm gonna mention more than one name because there's a few to talk about. Mike Leah is like 7 circuit rings and a bunch of bracelets as well. One of the biggest players in Canada. He's come out to Calgary a couple of times for the series, and I always love covering him. He's an amazing player, very friendly as well. But as far as our more local talent, I would have to give a shout out to Thomas Taylor. He is been crushing mixed games down in Vegas. Hasn't quite made it to a bracelet yet, but he's final table. The last 3 years, he's been final table of stud games, all sorts of mixed game stuff. He's a mixed game crusher. In the Alberta field, he's I think the second highest money earner now, and rapidly going to be taking over the top spot very quickly. And just as an honorable mention, his new wife, Haven Taylor, is probably the top female player that's playing regularly in the market right now. So a very strong poker power couple there.
Yeah, Canada overall is a poker-friendly country, from tournaments to charity poker. So it's a lot of things going on. Of course, WPT, everything, and yeah, it's great to have a Canadian part of the member of the poker blogger community here. I hope you will enjoy this tournament, and any suggestions for fellow poker Canadian players that's gonna come maybe in another event here. What's the dynamic of poker players in Battle of Malta?
Expect action. I've been noticing there's a lot of action here. There's not a lot of limp call, see a flop. There's a lot more action going on here. So expect to be playing and expect to get a lot of action. Expect to have nice pots and a lot of fun with that. But my main advice is, especially this time of year, get the heck out of Canada and come someplace warm because it's gorgeous here.
Well, thank you for chatting with me and wish you best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and good luck to all the players.